Hey, well, go on. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna go ahead and replace the front brakes on this Hyundai Elantra. It's gonna be the same process for all the Elantras I ever made, but this is a 2020. This one is from up north, so the rotor rust and you can feel the brakes pulsating when you press the brake. Steering will shake like crazy. You feel the car start shaking because the rotor is warped or have rust spot, so that's why I'm replacing this one. But the procedure is the same. The parts might be a little bit different. The size of the bolts might be a little bit different for the older car, but the procedure is the same from all the way back till now. So the first thing we're gonna do is remove the wheel. You can use your lug tool, or you can use 21mm, and that should do the trick. So I got my 21mm. You don't need this. This is because I'm at my job and I want to work fast, so I use this. But you can use a breaker bar. Link will be in the description for the tools we need. So far 21mm. Drill battery is weak, so that's why it sounds like that. Just turn it up. So once that's done, try to take the wheel off. The wheel is stuck, so what you want to do is get one of your lug nut, put it back on the car, and then you want to kick the car from underneath here. So just kick it. It will break the rust and it will come right off. You can go ahead and take this back off right here. So as you can see, all the rust that won't make your car brake smooth. You can see more rust back here. These are like, they're nothing serious. The parts are still good, but the brake's pulsating, so that's why we're doing that. What you want to do next is get some WD-40. Spray this down. So you want to spray that down. You want to spray this down also along with this, and spray this right here. Spray that one at the top. So just spray those because that's what we're going to be taking off. So while you just want to let that soak, so it's penetrating oil, so it's going to go behind the rotors, try to cut some of the grease. What we're going to do next, we're going to get our C-clamp. You can see this right here, between there and there. That's the piston out a little bit. This step is very important. You got to squeeze the piston in, because if you do not squeeze the piston in, you can't put on the new part, because the old part going to be worn and the new part is not going to be new. So you can't put this back on without squeezing in this, so that's why I'm going to squeeze it. And I have a 6-inch C-clamp to do that. So guys, this is the C-clamp, 6-inch right here. Link will be in the description for one where you can get it on Amazon. Also, you can leave donation in the channel in the description too as well. That's up to you. So while you turned it in, you can see the gap is gone now. I mean, the piston is squeezed in. So once that's squeezed in, the next tool we're gonna need is this right here. I don't know the name of this, so I'll call it brake impact screwdriver. So link will be in the description for this as well. You want to put it in the screws, because if these screws can be hard to come out at times, so you want to get this with a hammer. So you want to get this with a hammer. So you want to hold it and twist it. So you want to twist it until it stops turning. Then you want to hit it. And that's how you take it loose, just like that. Do it for the other one. If you don't do that, you might have to cut it out. So this tool is a good tool to have. The next step is you want to have your caliper facing towards you. So if your caliper is on the back side over here, you want to have it face out. If it's on the front, you want to have it face out. But on all Elantras right now, it's going to be on the front. Have it faced out like that. So what that do is give you a lot of room to work right here and give you access back here. And those are 17 millimeter. So 17 millimeter. Once that's done, you don't want your brakes to be hanging on your brake hose, so you just want to lift it up. Don't let it hang down there. Lift it up, put it up here at the top. So that's what it looked like. Have it hanging up there. I made these tools right here, but you can even rest it right here if you want. Not a big problem. Or put it, if you're lower on the ground, you can put it on the wheel. Not a big problem, as long as it's not straining on this right here. The next step is to knock around here. So you want to get your hammer, knock around here, knock right here, here. For some reason the WD-40 works, so mine is free. So but if it wasn't free, just give it some good knocking. All right, that will take it free. You can see all the rust on the rotor. That will cause it to be pulsating. Next, what you want is a flathead screwdriver. Just clean away some of the rust. You might not get all of it, but just clean it away. Just clean it some. Want to get our new rotor. Over a new rotor right here. So once you get that out the bag, the next step you want to do is get some brakes cleaner, because they put oil on the rotor. They coat the rotor with oil because they don't want it to get rust during storage. So they put oil on it. So you want to get your brakes cleaner and you just clean it. Flip it on the other side. So this, you can let it air dry, or you can wipe it dry, or you can use compressed air to dry it, or you can just put it on just like that. It's not gonna affect the brakes one way or the other. Whatever you do, it's up to you. So we have the rotor. Make sure you to line up these holes where the screw go. And you can just put back your screws. You can just tighten them with your hand. So So we're just gonna tighten them with our hand. We're not gonna use any special tools to over tighten them. So just like that, that should be good. So you can put it with or without it. It's not gonna affect the brakes one way or the other. But since I take it off, I just put it on. Hence it make it more easier to work with the rotor just stay on the car like that. So the next step is to put on the rotor. The rotor is on, I mean the caliper. Unhook it. You guys, you want to make sure you don't have any twists or bend in the hose. You want to make sure the hose is good. See, there's no twist or kink in the hose, so that's good. Tighten that up. The next step is to take out the brake pads, or this pad, or whatever you call it. I'm gonna remove these 14mm. Sometime if these are spinning while you're taking this out, just get a wrench, hold that, and just take that out. And go ahead, pull these off. You can put it right there. As long as it's not hanging, it's good. These, pull them out, inspect them. They have enough grease. Make sure you can use it if you need grease. So this needs some grease. I'm gonna add grease to it, and make sure the one with the rubber stay at the bottom, because if you don't put the one with the rubber tip at the bottom, it's gonna make noise. It's gonna make a rattling sound. You can see both of them right there, one with the rubber and one without the rubber. One with the rubber at the bottom, at the top. So as you can see, I have my grease there. Push them in, and once they are in, you can just go ahead, get a rag, wipe off the excess grease. So once that's clean, next step is to remove the spin. What those do is, when the pedal is not in use, it keep the rotor and the pads separated, so it can breathe easy. So just go ahead and remove the pad. You're gonna need a flathead screwdriver right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. This right here is a clip that hold the pads from coming out too far, so you just want to push up on it like that, and you can take out the pad, or else it's gonna be a hard time to take it out. So do the same thing for the other side. So guys, we're gonna reuse this brake hardware. What we're gonna do is we are gonna clean them, because the new pad that I got didn't come with the brake hardware in it, so use some brakes cleaner on them. And then you can get a flathead screwdriver just to keep it nice and clean. Right here you can add grease if you want, but I don't add grease to them because grease attract dirt, and you know dirt in here gonna make the pads don't move like they're supposed to, so you don't need to add any grease there. They don't put grease there from the factory, even though I know a lot of people always telling me put grease, why you don't put grease, but the dealer don't do it. And the reason I don't do it is grease attract dirt, and brakes involved with a lot of dirt. So we have the pads right here. Just go ahead, line them up, put them in just like that. Same thing on the other side, line them up. Put them in. So guys, what you want to do, make sure it sit flush against this like that. The pads with the wear indicator, so this will help you, let you know that hey, your pads are low. It will start making some kind of different sound that you're not used to when braking. So that's the wear indicator. The piston should be pressing on it, so it should be on the back pad and it should be at the top. All right, on both sides it should be at the top and on in the back. It's the same side, it's the same thing for the right and the left, doesn't matter. Next step, what we're gonna do is get this clip. You can hold it together while you get this. Make sure there's no twists or bend in the hose. And that's that. 14 millimeter. Just like that. Want to go ahead and tighten it up. So guys, once that's done, double check your work. Make sure your brake shield dust shield does not touch the rotor, because if it's touching the rotor, you're gonna have a funny sound, and it's not touching. That's good. So double check your work. Make sure the bolts are tight. Every bolt that you take off is nice and tight. So everything seems good. Make sure you have both pads in. That one in, this one in. Just double check your work. And also like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, and you can support my channel with the links down in the description. So we're trying to straighten back the wheel out right now, just like that, to get the wheel on. So guys, once the tire is on, make sure double check your work. That side good, this side good. Might use this for the thumbnail right there. Please go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to pump your brakes. That is very important too. Make sure you pump your brakes after every brake job. All right. So just make sure you pump your brakes, and that's it.